Ria stepped out of the taxi and looked around with wide eyes. It was her first time in the United States. The air felt different, fresher, and the campus of American University in Washington, D.C. looked like something from a movie. Tall trees, clean sidewalks, and students walking quickly with coffee cups made everything feel new and exciting. Ria held her two suitcases tightly. She whispered to herself, "This is it, my new life." At the same time, another student arrived on campus. His name was Arjun, a computer science student from Mumbai. He carried a backpack and a small suitcase. He already knew a little about the city because he came 1 week earlier, but today he still felt nervous. It was the first official day of classes. As he turned the corner near the main building, he suddenly bumped into someone. His papers flew into the air, and his suitcase fell. "Oh no, I'm so sorry," a soft voice said. Arjun looked up and saw a girl with long black hair and bright, nervous eyes. It was Ria. Her cheeks were pink with embarrassment. "I should be the one saying sorry," Arjun replied. "I wasn't looking." They bent down to pick up the papers, and for a moment their hands touched. They both pulled back quickly, shy and surprised. "I'm Ria," she said. "I'm Arjun. Welcome to American University." That small accident became the beginning of a story neither of them expected. After checking into her dorm room, Ria struggled to connect to the Wi-Fi. She felt lost on her first day and didn't know who to ask. Suddenly, she heard a knock on her door. "Hey, Ria, it's Arjun." She opened the door. Arjun held a small map of the campus. "I thought maybe you'd need help. I was confused during my first week too," he said kindly. Ria smiled gratefully. "Actually, I can't even figure out the Wi-Fi." Arjun laughed. "Let me help." He fixed it in 2 minutes. Ria looked at him with appreciation. "Thank you, really. Anytime," he replied. "If you need anything, just call me. I'm in the next building." From that day, they started seeing each other often, sometimes for help, sometimes for food, and sometimes just to talk. They discovered they were both from India, both only children, and both dreamers. Ria studied international relations, and Arjun studied computer science. They had different goals, but the same excitement about the future. On their first weekend, they explored Washington, D.C. together. They visited the National Mall, the Lincoln Memorial, and the Washington Monument. The day was sunny and calm. "Everything looks so beautiful," Ria said as she admired the reflecting pool. "Almost as beautiful as—" Arjun stopped, embarrassed. Ria looked at him. "As beautiful as what?" He laughed awkwardly. "As beautiful as the pictures online." Of course, Ria smiled. She knew he wasn't telling the full truth. Later, they shared ice cream from a truck. Ria had vanilla and Arjun had chocolate. "Do you miss home?" Arjun asked. "Sometimes," Ria answered, "especially my mom's cooking." "Same," Arjun said, "but being here with a friend makes it easier." Ria felt something warm inside her, something she wasn't ready to name. College life became harder. Assignments, exams, presentations, everything felt more intense than they expected. But they supported each other. Sometimes they cried quietly in the library. Sometimes they laughed loudly in the cafeteria. Often, they sat together outside under a big oak tree and talked about life. One night, Ria asked, "What do you want for your future?" "I want to work at a big tech company," Arjun said, "and I want to take care of my parents." Ria nodded. "I want to work at the United Nations and help people." "You will?" Arjun said softly. "You're stronger than you think." Ria looked at him. No one had ever believed in her like that. Thank you, she whispered. Their eyes met, and for a moment, everything felt still. Winter arrived, and for the first time in her life, Ria saw snow. She woke early, looked outside, and gasped. A message came from Arjun. Ria, come outside. Now, snow? She ran out in her pajamas and coat. Arjun was already there, jumping like a child. It's my first snow, Ria shouted. Mine, too. Arjun laughed. They threw snowballs, made snow angels, and wiped snow off each other's hair. At one moment, Ria touched Aryan's sleeve and brushed snow away gently. Arjun touched her hand, and she felt her heart jump. They stood close, snow falling round them. Arjun whispered, "You look really happy." "I am," she said. "You make everything better." Arjun opened his mouth as if to say something important, but a group of students ran by shouting and throwing snowballs. The moment disappeared. Later in the semester, they had their first argument. Arjun was stressed about a big project. Ria came to check on him. "Arjun, take a break," she said gently. "I can't," he snapped. "You don't understand computers or how hard this is." Ria stepped back, hurt. "I was just trying to help." "Well, I don't need help right now," Arjun said tiredly. She left quietly, tears in her eyes. For 2 days, they didn't talk. Finally, Arjun knocked on her door. "Ria, I'm sorry," he said softly. "I wasn't angry at you. I was angry at myself." Ria sighed. "I know you're stressed, but don't push people away." Arjun nodded. "I care about your opinion too much. That scares me." "Why would my opinion scare you?" she asked. Arjun hesitated. "Because you matter to me." Ria's heart softened. "I care about you too," she whispered. Spring arrived, and the university held an international festival. Ria wore a blue salwar kameez, and Arjun wore a simple kurta. They danced, served samosas, and laughed under the bright sun. That night, after the event, Arjun took a deep breath. "Ria," he said, "I think I've liked you since the day we bumped into each other." Ria's heart beat fast. "Arjun, you don't have to say anything," he added quickly. Ria stopped walking. She gently took his hand. "I like you too." Arjun stared at her in surprise. "You do?" "Yes," she whispered. That night, under the soft lights of campus, they held hands for the first time. Their days grew sweeter. They studied together, ate together, and explored the city. They visited the Georgetown waterfront, tried new restaurants, and walked through parks. They had a favorite bench near a small pond. They called it our place. One evening, Ria rested her head on Aryan's shoulder. "Do you think love can grow far from home?" she asked. Arjun smiled softly. "Love grows where hearts understand each other. And I understand you." Summer brought a challenge. Ria got an internship in New York City. Arjun got one in California. They sat on their special bench, feeling the weight of their news. "These are our dreams," Ria said quietly. "Yes," Arjun replied, "but we'll be far apart." Ria felt tears in her eyes. "What do we do?" Arjun squeezed her hand. "We don't give up. Distance won't break us. Promise." She whispered. "Promise," he said. Summer was hard. Different time zones, busy schedules, long nights missing each other. But they called every day. They shared photos, stories, and encouragement. One evening, Ria checked her mailbox and found a small letter from Arjun. It said, "No matter where we go, my heart is with you." She cried happily. When summer ended, They returned to DC. Arjun arrived early and waited with flowers. Ria arrived with her suitcase, tired but excited. The moment she saw him, she ran straight into his arms. I missed you, she whispered. I missed you more, he said. For the first time, he kissed her forehead gently. Years passed. They supported each other, worked hard, and grew together. When graduation arrived, they stood proudly in their caps and gowns. After the ceremony, they walked to their special bench one last time. What now? Ria asked. Arjun smiled. Now you start your job in DC, and I start mine too. Same city. Ria smiled softly. Same city is good. Arjun took her hands. I'm not proposing today, but one day I want our home to be the same too. Ria felt her heart melt. I want that too, she whispered. In the quiet evening of Washington, D.C., two students who once came alone from India had found more than education. They found each other. Their love story was only beginning.